This game started out awful. And every trend in this game was like, oh boy, the Jays are going to get torched in this one. But they continue to show us the ability to fight back in games. And they beat the Cleveland Indians 8-4. Now, before the game started, we hear Josh Donaldson going to the 10-day DL with right shoulder inflammation. Obviously, that whole dead arm garbage. Nothing happened. Nothing changed. So they're like, all right, you know what? We're going to shut him down. We're not even going to let him throw. He's going to go down to Florida, go down to Dunedin, but do not throw yet, which tells me it's going to be a little bit longer than 10 days. But with that move being made, someone's got to get called up. Teoscar Hernandez, welcome back to the big leagues, bud. We missed you. I mean, as much as the Jays have been playing well, we missed you. Out of the spring, we're all thinking there's no way this guy can't make the team. Well, he doesn't. But he gets the call because Donaldson goes on the DL. And right away, he gets slotted into Donaldson's spot in the 2-hole of the lineup. So we're like, okay, well, let's see what happens. Marcus Stroman on the mound, looking for a bounce-back outing out of him. You know, he had some really, really rough starts to start his season, and it didn't look good to start. He gave up a run to start. You know, I mean, his total line was 5 innings, 9 hits, 4 runs, 4 earned walk couple, struck out 5. But let's go through the first 2 innings real quick. Lindor singles, and then on a double play ball, Justin Smoke can't handle it, so he gets the 1 out, but yeah, could have had a double play. Instead, Alonso singles, Lindor scores, it's 1-0. And then Edwin strikes out. But then Tyler Naquin singles to center, Jose Ramirez comes in to score, the Jays are down 2-0 in the first. You go to the second inning. He gets the first out, then Rajai Davis hits an infield single. Then he steals second base after on that steal. He gets it was a very weird play. You know, he slides in, bucket comes flying off, Diaz coming down hard for the tag. Well, on the swipe down, he hits the helmet, and it bounces right back and hits Rajai in the face. I think it hit him like right below the eyebrow. So that's very close to his eye. That's a very dangerous play. But he's in there safe nonetheless. And then Lindor doubles. And they take a 3-0 lead. Then Kipnis hits a ground rule double. We're like, oh God, here we go. It's 4-0 in the second. And the Jays offense hasn't showed up yet in the first 2 innings. This might be a long game. And then Stroman shows a little bit. To end off the inning, he strikes out Jose Ramirez and strikes out Yonder Alonso. You go to the third, Jays go up 3 down again. We're like, oh, well, this is going to be a long game. Then in the third inning, Encarnacion grounds out. Naquin grounds out. Walks Gomes, and then Zimmer singles, but Marcus Stroman is able to get Rajai Davis to ground into the fielder's choice to end the inning. Keeps a clean inning there. Great. Okay, so you didn't give up a run there. You were in trouble, but you didn't give up a run. Then we go to the 4th inning, and the Jays, I mean, they get their, well, we'll get to them in a second. I'll get to the offense in a second here. Then in the bottom half of the 4th, Stroman goes 3 down. Now, this is ideally after the Jays tie the game. But then you go into the 5th inning, and yes, Naquin singles, but other than that, nothing else happens. So it seemed like after the first 2 innings, and even the third, Stroman really settled down. He was at 50 pitches, guys. Plus 50 pitches in that second inning. He really bared down and found a way to give the Jays at least 5 innings. He did that, and let's get to the fun stuff. You know, the Jays were down 4-0, nothing really going on. Smoke and Solarte on base, Kevin Pillar at the dish. And he singles. Kevin Pillar singles to left field. Justin Smoke comes in to score. It's a 4-1 game with 2 runners on. We're like, okay, you know, we got 1 back at least. Let's see what Diaz can do. I mean, it's not going to be easy. Clevenger's been great so far. Works the count hard. Diaz fights and fights and fights. And then he gets a fastball, which I'm shocked. I mean, he looks stupid on a lot of the curveballs. So he throws him a fastball on a 2-2 count. And Diaz drills it to center. And it just gets over the wall. You see, he's fired up. The bench is amped. I think we're all fired up because the Jays were down big, 4-0. Showed no fight early on. Stroman looked awful. Nothing looked like it was going to change. And then in the flash, the Blue Jays offense comes out of nowhere and jumps on Clevenger, and we are tied at 4. Now, after the Jays tie that game, Marcus Stroman in the last 2 innings of work in his 4th and 5th inning gives up a single and nothing more. He's settled in nicely. Maybe he can continue that into the next game. So yes, his stat line doesn't look great, but overall, other than the first 2 innings and parts of the third, Stroman was okay. I'm not trying to, just cover up his mess. He didn't pitch well in the first 2. I'm going to say that straight up. Everything was up. He was getting hit hard. It didn't look good. But he settled in a little bit and looked better to close out the game. But we're still only tied up. Bullpen's got to come out and do their job. Danny Barnes comes out in the 6th. He does a good job. Gives up a couple hits, gets a couple strikeouts, though, and gets out of the inning. And then, in the 7th inning, Grichuk gets a walk. Great. Then he steals second base. Jan goes with a terrible throw to the other side of the bag. He slides in safely. All right, a runner in scoring position. And we're like, oh boy. And then Devin Travis, a great piece of hitting. Not trying to do too much. Slaps the ball the other way, a little dribbler to first base, but he gets the job done as Grichuk moves up to third base. And now they bring in Andrew Miller, and all Jays fans are like, oh God, you're kidding, right? Really? And then Steve Pearce at the dish with a runner at third base. He grounds it to first base. Infield is in. They get Grichuk out at the plate, and we're like, God, really? It sucks, but it happened. And I don't know if Pearce got to second on that play. I think he was on second because the next batter, I think Granderson moved him over or something along those lines. And then Teoscar Hernandez, 0 for 3 to this point, facing Andrew Miller. Welcome back to the big leagues, kid. Here's Andrew Miller. And he does not disappoint. As Teoscar Hernandez, on a very inside pitch from Andrew Miller, turns on it, rips it down the line. Pearce comes in to score a 2-out clutch RBI double from Teoscar Hernandez to give the Jays the lead 5-4. It's only 1 run, but we got the lead. And now the bullpen's got to do their thing. You come out in the bottom of the 7th. Tyler Clippard. I don't care what Yankee fans have said about him. He has been great so far. He pitches an inning, mixes his pitches nice, doesn't give up a hit, doesn't walk a batter, strikes out a guy, an ERA of 2.35. That's why I'm not complaining. He's doing very, very well. Ryan Tepera comes out in the 8th inning, gives up a hit, gets a big strikeout, and then gets Rajai Davis to ground into the double play to end the inning. A big, big play there, still being only up 1. You get out of that. We go to the 9th, and then the Jays just are like, you know what? 1 run, it's not good enough. Because then with Diaz on base, and Devin Travis on base after getting hit by a pitch, he eventually leaves the game after getting hit by the pitch. Well, you know what? I'll get to that in a second, though. Steve Pearce, again, he rips a double down the left field line. Diaz scores from second. Travis boogies from first base. And or was it Diaz? One of the guys were at first base, and they both of them come around to score. Jay's got a 7-4 lead. Oh, and we ain't done just yet. Teoscar Hernandez has something else to say about that. And Steve Pearce, guys, I think he came off the bench for Curtis Granderson when Andrew Miller came out. So Steve Pearce coming up clutch again, and then Teoscar Hernandez on a pitch that's low in the zone, possibly even out of the zone, goes down and gets it, drills it to center. Even the speedy Brady Zimmer, I think it's Bradley Zimmer, can't get it. It goes off the wall. Pearce comes in to score. Jays up 8-4, and then we get to the bottom of the 9th inning. Roberto Osuna up. It makes Lindor look stupid, makes Kipnis look not so great. And Jose Ramirez, who was a great player, he doesn't look too good either. 1, 2, 3, no hits, no walks, 2 strikeouts, not a save, but you know what? Clean inning of work for Roberto Osuna, and the Blue Jays win. Look, as Raptor fans would say, the Jays just went on an 8-0 run after being down 4-0. The resilience of this team is incredible. Down 4-0. Nothing going right. You can't get a hit. Oh, great. Pilar gets a 2-out double. Nothing comes on to scoring. Well, we expected that. And the way Stroman pitched in the first couple innings, we're like, this game is over. No. They dig in, they find a way, and they get the season opening victory once again. They're now 9-5 on the year, and ever since that 2 games, they lost at the beginning of the year with the Yankees, they've not lost back-to-back games. They've come back with victories. Every time they lose, they come back with a win, and that is what good teams do. Now, tomorrow is not going to be an easy one. Jaime Garcia is on the mound for the Blue Jays. He's been great so far this year, but you got to face Corey Kluber. I mean, Clevenger had a good numbers coming into it, but you had a chance. You got to face Corey Kluber now. That ain't going to be fun, all right? So you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. You guys enjoyed this video, and you guys enjoyed this game. Smack that like button. I do appreciate that. Hit the subscribe button if you guys have not already. Comment down below. What'd you guys think of this game? Who's your player of the game? Would you give it to Hernandez? Would you give it to Diaz? I want to hear what you guys have to say. What's your opinion? Who's your player of the game in this one? And all I got to say is welcome back to Oscar Hernandez, because what a game. Welcome back. And we'll talk to you guys Wednesday podcast edition. Leafs, Raptors, Jays. Link is in the description for the podcast channel and the podcast itself on iTunes. We'll talk to you guys. Here we go. Tomorrow's a wild one, people. We'll talk to you guys Raptors edition tomorrow night as they play Game 1 against the Wizards at the Air Canada Center. 5:30 tip-off there. And it is official, I will be in the square. Rain, shine, hail, whatever. I will be in the square for the Raptors and the Leafs game. That is a lot of standing around and a lot of it, but I love it. I love my teams. We'll be down there. Hope you guys can make it. If you do, great. If you guys see me, hey, don't be afraid to say hi and have a good time, because that's what we're there for. We're there to cheer on our darn team. And we'll talk to you guys Leafs edition tomorrow night as well. 8 o'clock puck drop. The Leafs look to rebound after the Game 1 loss. Nazem Kadri out 3 games with a hit. A little steeper than I thought, but makes sense. So Leafs need to rebound after that abysmal first game. And as for the Blue Jays, I'm apologizing to you guys right away, Blue Jay fans. 4:10 first pitch tomorrow. That'll have to be uploaded later that night when I get home from the square after the Leaf game. I apologize. All 3 videos will be uploaded about the same time. So I hope you guys are excited. Jays fans, look, you got to beat Corey Kluber. It's not going to be easy, but they can do it. The way this team has done it so far, I don't put anything past them, all right? So we'll talk to you guys then, hoping for another series win. And 2 in a row. It's gonna be tough, but I think these guys can do it. We'll talk to you guys then.